So a lot of times it could be hard to know whether or not you're getting better, you're progressing. And I want to give you an example of me during my extremely depressed period of time after I was suicidal, and me now, and just kind of a stupid example of how I know I've come a long way and how I know I'm significantly better. So there's certain things that I do now that is that I did back then too. That I think a lot of people would look at as being bad, negative things, and basically it's getting really drunk, and maybe not remembering eating a pizza when I get home or something like that, which happened a week or two ago. I'm married now, and my wife and I went out, and we like to go watch this guy sing, and he does like a lot of cool like sing-alongs that we like, and he plays guitar, and so we went out and had quite a few drinks, and wait a sec. See, that's this thing. That's another one. The one I'm going to tell you about is I went out with several guys from my improv class that I'm taking here in Boston, and we went out and we were going to go to an improv show, and we went out and we met out at a bar and had several drinks, and then went to go to the show, and they were sold out, so we couldn't go to that show. But there was another show later that night. It was at midnight or something. I can't remember. Maybe it was like, it may have been that late. And so we were like, all right, well, let's go get some more drinks. We'll go back, let's go back to my place, and we'll just hang out, and then we'll go. And so we went to a store and got a bunch of beer and some, little nips, and we got really, really drunk. And then we tried to go to the show, and they wouldn't let us in. And so we were like, all right, well, what do we do? So we decided to go get pizza, and we went and got pizza, and ordered too much. But anyways, everybody went home. I took the pizza. I had like we had a whole extra pizza, so I took that pizza home with me. And woke up the next day, and I was gonna go, have a couple slices as a snack, and I go in there, and there's only like 2 slices left. I was like, looking at my wife, I'm like, what happened to pizza? She's like, you ate it last night. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, you came home and, you put it in the refrigerator, and then after like an hour or two, you went there and pounded it. And I was like, oh, shit. So I still do things like that. And that's part of the example that there's 2 actually things that I want to, I'm not promoting that or anything like that, but whatever. I used to beat myself up about it when I was in my 20s, and like I would do that. Like I would just feel horrible about myself. I would hide for days and days and days, and I just would feel like I was a complete piece of shit and I was a loser. And because you're told you are when you do that kind of stuff, And so I was like, I must be, and it would really affect me, and I would feel really bad for a really long time. I would feel a lot of shame and whatnot, and it made it so much worse. But now, when it happens, I just kind of like, oh well, just I'm over it. And that's a huge change from the way I used to be. And I used to be like that with everything. Like things just would affect me for so long, and it would create all these other negative things, negative effects in my life. Another one along those same lines was when I was in my mid-20s, and I would go out and get hammered. One of the first things in the morning that I would dread doing would be to look at my phone and be like, oh man, who did I text message? Who did I call? Like, oh man, I'd be so embarrassed. And because I would always look, and I would text message girls that I went out with, or friends or call people, and I would just be like, oh my, I would be so embarrassed. And but when I was drunk, I would do that because I wasn't happy with myself. You know, I needed other people to kind of validate and other people to make me feel better. And I wasn't simply content with just being out by myself or with the friends that I were out with or whatever, and just having a good time. So now I don't even think about it. I don't, like, when I look at my phone, I haven't texted anyone, I haven't called anyone, because I'm fine just being on myself, having a good time. And you know, I know that I'm fun to be around with, and I don't need to involve other people that aren't there, or try to get their approval, or try to get them to be a part of it. It's, you know, I don't have that insecurity anymore when it comes to those things. And you know, so those kind of drunk experiences kind of make me realize how much different I am and how far I've come from, you know, those kind of things affecting me for long periods of time. And you know, how I, you know, was in the moment where I wasn't comfortable just with myself. Like, I had to be involving all these other people that weren't there and probably didn't want to be involved, or some of them were pretty entertained by the text messages and voice notes I would leave. But you know, I'm sure some of them still say a few, but yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But nowadays everybody's having video cameras, you know, on their phone, so they videotape everything you do, which I used to have a real issue with, and I'm just like, alright, whatever. Get me singing and acting like an idiot, I don't care. Which is kind of another change, but there's, in your life, like, you'll be able to notice those changes over time, and they do occur over time. That's one of the ways that you could know that you're getting better and things are changing.